Hey everybody, John, host of Mgtow is Freedom. Salut. I want to tell you guys thank you. I don't get to comment enough on videos because it's just been busy. And it's always busy in my life. I keep very busy, but I love doing these videos and talking with you guys. What I am shocked about, what I am out of my mind, uncontrollably just astounded by, is the stories that you guys share on here. You tell some fucking stories about women that have been in your lives, whether they're girlfriends or relatives or ex-wives or even current wives. There's some stories on here that would give Stephen King nightmares. Nightmares. And it's unbelievable to me the depths that women have sunk in order to destroy men and even their own children in an effort to get to the men. It's disgusting. I'm not saying there aren't bad men who haven't done equally nasty things, but I think, and this is my experience, and it may be based on my own prejudice and too fucking bad, that women do it far more often. Because men, when we step back and we look at our lives, we can do whatever we want. We can go wherever we want. We are in charge of our own lives. We are men, Mgtow, men going their own way, right? I look in the mirror and I go, I have the penis, right? I look in the mirror and go, John, you're the man, right? Women can't do that. So when a relationship is over, they want to destroy the man so that he can't benefit from his own goodness. And that is what I see in these stories you guys share. Just absolute horror and terror, the way women act and the way they've treated others. So I want to thank you for putting those stories out there. I don't think anyone could make them up. I find it unbelievable, right? And always truth is stranger than fiction. And you guys tell some strange, true stories about women relationships. And it's good because there's young men coming here. Young men who need to know what enemy is at the door waiting for them. What wolf in fuzzy little, neatly triangle trimmed sheep's clothing. Right? They see a pussy and they probably guess there's a hook down there to hook them. They just don't know what's connected to the hook, right? So let's just kind of ask this question. Am I rude? Right? Is John, host of Mgtow Freedom, is he rude? Am I crass? Do I tell stories? Do I come up with ideas that are just terrible? Am I an aberration to society? Am I a walking, talking horror show? Am I a fountain of misinformation for men to take a look at? Right? Am I politically incorrect? I guess you could say I'm anything you want. You guys won't say that, but I'm sure the bitches would. And I have to note that whenever bitches have come on here, and it's been pretty rare, I'm surprised, they get pretty much hammered for it. This is not a fucking playground for them to come in and try their shit. You guys are too informed, and altogether you have way too much balls and backbone for any feminist to come out. And it's very interesting to me that they even try. And maybe I'll address that later. But let's go back to, am I too rude? The answer is no. Fuck no. No fucking way, right? Am I too rude? Because when it comes down to it, what is my power? I have power over me, and that's the only power I choose to exercise. Professionally, I've been placed in charge of a great deal. I have a great deal of responsibility, and I operate within the law, and I operate within human decency. Human decency. It is not my job to observe political correctness. It is not my job to pander to feminists, minorities, That's not my job. It is not my job to dismiss logic and reason. It is not my job to accept logical fallacies. And so I do not. And a lot of people find that offensive, believe it or not. Right? They find me to be rude because I don't pander. They find me rude because I point out the illogical. They find it unacceptable that I use reason to tear down an argument of stupidity. And it doesn't just have to be about feminism. It could be about homosexual rights. It could be about any number of social concepts. It could be about medical things. It doesn't matter what the idea is. I'm going to examine it intellectually and logically. But a lot of people believe that's rude. I don't. So what I want to tell you is Mgtow is appropriate. It is not an aberration. It is a proclamation that we choose to make for ourselves first, and then in the lives of those who touch us the most. By declaring yourself or acting as Mgtow, you tell others that would have you behave otherwise, not here, not now, not ever. And it takes a brave man to do that because of the social pressure you're under, right? Where a mere name can cause a white knight mangina or a feminist to start crying on the spot and to run to their human resources department to try and get you fired, right? Being a man and standing up is not easy, but when you do it, you earn your own respect. You get self-respect. You have pride in self, in your accomplishments, and who you are. That's how I feel about it. I don't feel rude when someone goes, "Oh my God, I can't believe you said that." And I'll say to them, and this is even in my profession, did I do or say anything wrong? Did I do or say anything that is not true? And if they wish to argue, I can argue the point and typically make it. Typically. It's an off day when I cannot debate my way into the winner's circle. But it's considered rude by many. After years of doing this, you would think that in a job people would stop challenging. And for the most part, they